Welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails through Daybreak, where last time Rosette, I think was her name? Reset joined our party and we started the evening rounds and did a side quest here with a fake bracer to match our fake police officer from before. My traditional flame-powered hookers still sell pretty well these days. But it's these new orbital-powered hookers that draw in all the repeat customers now. It's a shame, the old-fashioned ones still have a lot to offer, as long as you enjoy them in moderation. But times are what they are.
Oh, come and see!
I heard that some ne'er-do-wells gave us poor dancers quite a bit of trouble. It's such a shame. In my day, travelers over here were considerate toward us, but these days? I worry that our way of life here is in danger. It troubles me greatly. There's nothing quite like our cultural district here in Tharbad.
Why, hello. Thank you.
Need some spices,
The atmosphere
perhaps?
feels pretty different here compared to daytime.
Reminds me a lot of the night market in Longport.
Hello. Thanks for shopping.
The film festival is great for business. With all these tourists coming to town, my sales have nearly doubled. I'm a little concerned I'm going to run low on some of my stock, but that's not the worst problem to have when I can put so much money away. Plus my daughter's so curious about Western culture. I want to take her traveling one of these days, so it'll help me save for that too.
You won't find this just anywhere.
Looking for something for dinner? How about some camel meat? They say it pairs well with a nice libation. Here in the Central East, families often come together to eat camel on holidays and the like. You might find yourself craving some alcohol at those gatherings, but our customs strictly forbid drinking at those times.
Hey there. What'll it be? See ya.
Central Eastern culture is
You might have gotten trouble sorted out at the bazaar, but something about it all still doesn't sit right with me. I've heard Tharbad seeing more and more tourists who are getting out of hand, like what those dancers had to deal with. I think tomorrow I'll focus my efforts on the entertainment district. More people from out of town end up there. So, can I return to the waterway? You know, because the changed water heights? No, doesn't appear to have changed so far. Okay. That's what I was curious about. And a bit about just seeing with that fight.
Central Eastern culture is so fascinating.
Things are as bustling as ever come nightfall, which is great for me. Tharbad's always been a little rough and tumble, but I've never seen the people go this wild before. But well, I can't complain. It's bringing in that much more money to me, so if that's what it takes, that's what it takes.
Looking to buy something? See you again.
I've been looking into the new arrivals who are coming into the area from the Central East. So far, nothing suspicious has turned up with those coming from Elsane, which means either way, Tharbad is going to see an influx of tourists starting tomorrow. We have to optimize our inter-gathering as best we can. We can't expect our help from the capital to take care of everything for us.
Alrighty.
With all the cast here for a festival, running these lots is tough. We're seeing more and more accidents and burglaries. not just tourists didn't blunder into trouble before, but these last few days I've seen a real uptick in rough times of all sorts. Don't get me started on nighttime when people have dinner in their cars and just chunk garbage out the window. Would it kill those people to spare a thought for those of us who actually have to run these places? Seriously.
Indeed.
Young master, must we have this conversation again? I fully appreciate your desire to live and roam as you please, truly I do. However, your father is merely trying to ensure that you do not needlessly suffer out in the real world before you are ready. That is why it's important that you learn etiquette. Once you do, you can appeal to your father to loosen his restrictions.
Okay.
The young master was such an intelligent, well-behaved boy when he was young. The loss of his mother affected him profoundly. Even so, he does grasp the basics of etiquette. Yet these past few days he's acted rather strangely. What could have happened? Why is my dad trying to keep me stuck inside the city? It's such a waste of a perfectly good car. Oh well, at least there's a film festival. You don't get stuff like that around here every day. Might as well enjoy it while I can. This Obel Hookah's good stuff. I guess for now I'll just have to content myself with enjoying what's local. Could be worse, I guess. Get that crusty old butler in the passenger seat and I just know we have a damn good time. Yeah, I suspect it's the hookahs who make people go crazy. That there's something in them or causing them to act strangely. I know I saw that dancer somewhere around here at night. What could she possibly be doing in the entertainment district at such a late hour? I need to find out. What am I saying? Just because my wife left me doesn't mean I can start stalking some local. I need to get my head on straight. Don't be shy, step right up, you're gonna love what I have to say. But act fast though, I'm only getting more customers with stores as popular as ever.
Hey there, what'll it be? See ya.
Moshhead, huh? Hey there folks, need something to do tonight? In fact, you boys thinking of going off by yourself later? Because if you are, I know some fun joints to enjoy and I keep to myself during the day, if you know what I mean. Hell yeah, now you're speaking my language. I'm from Langport, so I know a thing or two about having fun. Definitely interested to see how good this town can party. That's the spirit, but here's the tip. Check out the underground nightclub that's just past here. The girls there have a real deal. Just about everyone comes away from their happy customer, trust me. Aaron, your thoughts remain sparkling pure, I hope. Stay focused, kid, we're here on business, remember? Though granted, it might not be the worst idea to slip in there for a bit. Never know what kind of dirt you dig up in those joints. It sounds like some new girls have recently joined the nightclub too. They tend to have their reasons for being there, but they're all legit. You'd have to be crazy not to like what they have to offer.
Hot girls over here. Who can say no to that?
Is one of the sisters there maybe? So is Sarah working in the nightclub because she needs the money? We can always count on Nighttime to pick business up and land us some lovers of astronomical bets. But even by those standards, our customers have been unusually eager these last couple of days. Those sponsors caught wind of the size of some of these bets that we floored, and they're hardly the resolved sort themselves. But that's just another side of this little desert oasis we call home. Without that geological survey conducted by Valis, nobody would have ever known my ancestral lands were home to such rich mineral deposits. It was me who made the call to bring them in. Best decision I ever made. Now I'm the owner of an enormous mine. Nice thing about working with Valis folks is they take you to resorts too. Never hurts having like-minded friends who know how to go hard. I'm glad I decided to visit Tharbad. This hookah's got a surprisingly addictive flavor for how cheap the stuff in it is.
Indeed.
Yep, it's drugs. It's drugs. When you work as a dealer, you learn that nothing gets a player worked up like a little zestiness they can't even see coming. There's no greater honor in this line of work than being able to deliver a good surprise your players will never forget. And now that some of our preparations for the festival are complete, I figured it's been long enough. I'll stop by and play a few rounds. That dealer wasn't here the last time I came, but let me tell you, I like a cut of his jib. He gets what it means to entertain people. He's good at throwing in big surprises in his routine. Hell, he inspires me to throw a little something extra into the parade to spice it up even more. Only question is what? If there's one thing people crave, it's always a good shock to the system. Something stimulating. If you ask me, nothing gets the job done faster than a little F&V. Fucking and violence, you know? But I have to admit, if there's anything else out there that can prove just as stimulating, some good old-fashioned gambling. If you're looking for Bimotti, he went over to the hotel. He said he was going to practice elsewhere. He wasn't here for very long, but it was an honor to get to host him at my bar. I learned a lot just from watching him. I can't help but admire his drive to own his craft. Not everyone would move from place to place as they practice. Kudos to him, I say.
Do you know what you want? I hope to see you again.
It's been a while since Director Gotti paid us a little visit. Believe it or not, he's actually a fairly decent gambler. In case you couldn't tell from his films, that man's desires are bottomless. With a mind like that, gambling makes him play bold. But I guess without that sort of attitude, he wouldn't be able to make the kinds of movies he does. We always attracted a lot of Tharbadian oligarchs and foreign nobles. One guy made his fortune from dealing with El Saim, for example. But lately we've been seeing a lot of newly rich Tharbadians, plus people with close ties to Valis too. And as if that weren't enough, even Director Gotti himself from Vegasfilm often comes here to play. He'd stopped visiting for a little while to work on a film festival, and was able to stop by today now that some of that work is behind him. Alright.
Wanna get a drink together?
Those cutting-edge orbital hookahs are the best. They're easy to hide and even better, they're a great way to cope with the heat here. I'm telling you, without a good way to relax, there's no way I'd be able to do my job. I bet something like this would do Officer Venier some good too. That woman seriously needs to learn to chill out. We probably should have gotten out of that place a little sooner. Oh well, I managed to snag souvenirs for everyone back home already, at least. So it was still time well spent-ish. We came here hoping to meet some celebrities or something, only to end up spending all time in that shop. Oh well, the film festival hasn't even started yet. There's still plenty of chance to catch glimpses of the rich and famous.
Very well.
Girl, I'm talking. Charlene, our owner, is a very decisive person, has a lot of drive as a leader, which I certainly respect. We might be successful right now, but being a little too certain about things can breed apprehension, you know? For example, I used to inspect new stock as it came in, but now that the company is all about speed, well... My shop attracts a fair share of customers because I deal in rarities that you can't find anywhere else. But even I can't ignore the real sales potential that these orbital hookahs seem to possess. If things like these are what's in vogue these days, then I need to make sure to pay attention and stock up accordingly. That's why it's crucial to interact with your customers so you remain clued in as to what they want, as they want them.
Welcome. Thank you for coming. We await your next visit.
Oh, I'm so in love with this brand.
It may be just me, but people around Tharbad seem to be strangely elated as of late. It's not just for tourists either, even local residents and other Central Easterners are in exceptionally high spirits. It could simply be excitement for the upcoming film festival. We've never seen anything like it for any event.
What can I do for you? See you again.
Way back in the day, I always had to work fixing up all the vehicles for caravans because of how often they'd break down from the sand. But now that they're built to take such terrain, that works straight up, which is how I wound up getting recruited to come work here. Being surrounded by cutting-edge tech and such a clean, pristine workplace really hit home just how much things have changed.
Hey, welcome.
Shifting to maintenance mode. Shard skills updated.
Switching to maintenance mode. New shard skill added. Shard skills updated.
Don't worry, Citri's got your back. That's a single element slot. New skill adds a single element slot. That's a single element slot. Skills altered. Skills altered. Skills altered. Skills altered.
I don't have enough, okay.
Thanks, pal.
Welp.
Hey, welcome.
Don't worry, Citri's got your back. New skill added. That's a single element slot. Skills altered.
Thanks,
Very
pal.
well.
Hey, welcome. Thanks, pal.
No. Anything that gives HP. Yeah. Kinda. Good. Any new requests? Nope. Tharbad's my home, so my work here feels fairly personal sometimes. It's all the more reason I'm trying extra hard to carry out my duties while such an enormous event is going on. Unfortunately, not all of my colleagues in the force are quite as diligent, which makes work that much harder for me. If everyone just did their job, I probably wouldn't have so much on my plate. Too much to ask for, I suppose. Hi Dingo, hi Marielle. After being looking around, I must admit Tharbad's quite different from what I imagined. Growing up, I heard it was a dusty, quiet place with a lot to offer, and figured that was probably still the case. But I really enjoyed the cultural district. It's making me think maybe I should have a movie set somewhere in the Central East. Although knowing Salvatore Gotti's inclinations, I suspect I know exactly what kind of culture he plans on promoting in his parade. My mom's idea of what Tharbad and the Central East are like has got to be at least 20 years out of date. I think her mind might be starting to come around though. She seems to have started enjoying herself. Although I just remembered, Mr. Gotti's supposed to be heavily involved in planning the festival here, right? I guess that explains why everything feels so much more energized than what I'm used to in Macedon, maybe? Hey Dingo. You're horribly Dingo. You told me you were still in Edith, and now here you are, trying to sneak off on me. And I'm telling you, there's no reason for you to come all the way out here. Doesn't Daybreak keep its reporters on a pretty tight leash? Oh, don't you worry, I came prepared. I got permission from my EIC to scout out the film festival and do a write-up about it. Not to mention, a reporter originally slated to handle the festival had something come up, so somebody needed to be here anyway. It should be illegal to have that kind of luck, you do. At least that explains why you're here 2 days before the big event. Hey, it's a spring again. What the heck are you guys doing here? You're getting distracted. Listen, I'm not lying. I'm here on personal business, even if it hasn't gotten me anywhere yet. As for you guys, I see you've got more help than ever. That new girl of yours looks pretty capable too. You flatter me. Please call me Rosette Twining. I'm a concierge working on dispatch from Marduk Total Security Company. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Marduk, as in that... Dingo, quit trying to change the subject. I'm not finished with you. You still haven't told me what this personal business of yours is. No, fess up. You know I'd be more than happy to help you with it. What about personal business, don't you understand? I told you I'm fine. But why not? I'm going as a reporter. I can handle myself. For starters, it's not exactly a good look roping in a reporter working for someone else to pitch in on my work. So what? I don't care about that. Besides, you helped save me before. It's only fair I repay the favor. Sounds like our man's trying to keep his business under wrap. He must be doing a piece on unseemly things. What? That can't be it. Could it? What do you mean unseemly? Aaron, now look what you've done. I can't believe you'd report on something so despicable. It's exactly what I need to change, and I'm the girl who's gonna make it happen. Well, glad you got that all sorted out. Anyway, we'll be heading out now. We haven't sorted out anything. Trying to bounce real quick, huh? Damn it, look at all the trouble you guys have stirred up now. Oh, whatever. If I find anything out, I'll hit you up. Sounds good to me. Good luck with your investigating, you two. When I said I wanted to put together something about the film festival, my boss let me go on the spot. It was amazing. But you dingo, I can smell it. Films are just pictures and lied to you. You're after something bigger, something way more important. You really shouldn't put me on a pedestal. And now that you're here, we've got to keep you out of trouble. Listen, I got stuff to do. Don't do anything crazy. The Prince of Esaim is here, you know? Why don't you interview the guy? He is. I would never expect someone so big and famous to be visiting a trashy event like this. Yeah, maybe I should talk to him. It could be my ticket to a big, this isn't about me. Stop trying to distract me. I'm not letting you out of my sight for even a second. There's nothing you can say or do about it, mister. Got it? We will see how long that holds. I officially dropped our amateur film off at Vegas Films. Because we're so busy getting ready for the festival though, they said they won't be able to check it out right away. I get that we came in at a busy time and all, but I hope it doesn't take too long. I really want to know what they think. It sounds like the selection process is going to take time anyway, so we might as well look around and check stuff out while we wait. After all, the film festival attracts lots of actors and production stuff we wouldn't otherwise normally get to meet. That's exciting. We spend a lot to travel out here, so we need to make the most of it and enjoy ourselves too. Maybe ask for some autographs. As if I'm not busy enough dealing with a festival, now I have to take care of pitches? I get that one normally in charge has their hands full, but they want me to put summaries together and just too much. Doesn't help that our president is sticking around so late either, which is odd for him. And that makes it tricky to do things on my own. It's like he's keeping watch over everything. You're a president, right? Oh, if it isn't the gopher Nina hired. I don't know what you're trying to dig up, but knowing her I imagine it's rather serious. Relax, Pop, we're not here to get in the way of your little soiree. Sure, working late though. You know, for the right price, depending on what we're doing, I could maybe take a load off. Ha, not a chance. Can't trust an amateur like you with this. Just don't go stirring things up too much, and we won't have a problem. As if I don't have enough trouble trying to keep a leash on Gotti and his rambunctious antics. Now I've got to worry about grunts hired by a certain someone running amok. Buddy, if you're so busy, maybe you shouldn't be stressing about what an actress does in her spare time. Ever think about that? I don't like what you're insinuating. Listen, the last thing we need is one of our performers getting caught in some mad scandal. So it's only natural to have a rough idea of what those ladies get up to, insofar as their agencies allow it. In any case, if you don't have any business, I'll have to ask you to leave. I'm extremely busy. Hey, you won't hear us complaining. Don't mind if we do. Just keep in mind that Arkwright Solutions is in town. You never know when you might need us. Ooh, I'm beat. It's not often I'm working with such gentle this late. But on the flip side, we had all sorts of actors and directors come through that we don't normally see here. It's not every day I get to serve visitors like that. It's pretty exciting. I feel kind of bad just sitting around enjoying myself while everybody else is working so hard on the film festival.
This is the wrong way.
Some residential street or something? I'm getting a lot of people eating dinner at my stall, which feels great. Nothing as tasty as a good bite to eat outside during a festival, especially with my singing to accompany it. I'm telling you, my silky voice makes everything taste exponentially better. It's science, I tell you, science.
Indeed.
Look around all you like. Peace out.
Man, I didn't expect the inspector to show up all the way out here. Supposed to be off duty for crying out loud. And on a date to boot. Can't you respect the guy's precious downtime? This guy, first I catch him eyeing up the nightclub, while he and I are supposed to be out on a date together. Then he just happens to get a call from work while I'm lecturing him, then skips out on a date altogether? This couldn't be much worse of a night out, even if I tried.
Alrighty.
Okay. Right, where Nina and Judith staying again? You must be Mr. Arkwright and Company. Miss Lancer and Miss Fenley are waiting for you all by the pool. The clerk there already knows you're coming. You're free to enter whenever you're ready. Good to hear, thanks. That's one to say hello. At least his customer service is impeccable. I'd expect nothing less from a 6-star facility. I don't get it. Why would they be at the pool when it's night? It's a nighttime pool. You get to drink alcohol and all the good stuff there. But a little kid like you can't really appreciate grown-up stuff like that yet. I'm not. If you think I can't handle alcohol, I prove you. Fairy, no. Not until you're older. And Aaron, don't go putting any ideas in her head. Got it. I see Agnes is rather mature for her age. You could say that. She can definitely be forceful when she needs to be. There's something fulfilling about serving some of the witch, I guess, from the Central East, once you get used to what they order. They have their own particular demands you have to stay on top of, like foods from there that they enjoy having. It's an interesting challenge, grasping what they want and then trying to serve them something that meets those unique expectations. It's a great opportunity to flex my muscle as a bartender, that's for sure. There's probably no better place to work than here. What? Are you telling me you're meddling in the mines after all this time? There are plenty of other mine owners who have found great success with the help and support of Valus. Like it or not, the age of El Saim's dominance over buried resources is coming to an end. Not only that, I'm confident that Valus will take its profits earned from southern maritime trading and invest them in land owners like myself. It doesn't change the fact that those people now sit in El Saim's doorstep with your land under their influence. How can you be so blind? Can't you tell that you're merely being used for their shell game and nothing more? So what if I am? There's nothing that says I can't shuffle around their shells as well. I assure you, I have no intention of becoming their pawn. I'll make my fortune and move on before they try to do me in. Such arrogance. Mark my words, a mindset like that will spell your doom, and sooner than later. I haven't lost my mind. I know full well that Valus has ambitions of its own. But that doesn't mean a lord like myself can't make use of their outpourings to my own advantage. A new age is upon us. Niceties are ultimately for suckers. If my family and realm are going to prosper, we've got to get dirty. But Bashar is so full of himself, he clearly lost sight of his own meager capabilities. It's fair to say I was definitely right to be so cautious. That said, it genuinely pains me to see him, my rival of so many years, turn to such a mindless person. Nina is so awesome. It's amazing how hard she can get into her roles. I played a supporting role with her in Wolf's Requiem. I'm telling you, it was like her character, Michelle, was really alive and standing right next to me the entire time. You probably know, but Nina plays Sheena Dirk in the upcoming movie Gloria. She made a real stir in the film industry, being able to play such a prominent white figure so naturally despite being half Eastern. If she can pull off something as tricky as that, who knows how much potential she has? Seriously, it's nuts. Unfortunately, considering your family governs near Elsaim's border, I think conflict is inevitable. Not only does my father have a bone to pick, but the people in Vallis see quite a lot within our territory. Maybe so, but it doesn't preclude us from being friendly, does it? I for one don't want to have to quarrel with you. Oh, what am I saying? With the royal family and Vallis at play, perhaps I'm naive for thinking we can be above a fray. No, you're right. I think it would be good if we found a way to get closer. Make it harder for our families to butt heads long term. But it would mean that if things took a bad turn between us, we'd stand to lose something. That wouldn't be ideal. Good point. Then in a few years down the line, we could get into business. Or become partners in some other venture. We'll force our father's hands that way. Surely once they recognize it as a fact, things can't get any worse between our families at least. Now that's an idea. I hadn't thought about that. There's also... You know, we should discuss this further. I'm really intrigued by the idea of us going into business together. I should have known she wouldn't quite pick up on it. Maybe we aren't quite there yet. I've had the pleasure of meeting Mund before at certain events in the principality. He really is quite kind and intelligent. Even if he sometimes shows rather coquettish behavior, it would certainly be nice if our generation got along better than our parents.
Very well.
Blast it all, I need to calm my father down quickly. If people see our families fighting at the film festival, our reputation will take a hit. It's actually not that hard to reason with. Ultimately, it's our future that is most important, not what's immediately in front of us. I got a report earlier from our office in the cultural district of water drying up in that area. We managed to resolve the issue thankfully, but it's embarrassing it took us that long to realize what was going on. We've had our hands so full expanding the entertainment district infrastructure that I suppose we got lax around managing the water elsewhere. There's still things left to set up in the cultural district. Want our resources to be distributed at least a little more equitable.
Well,
That was what we took care of. Welcome, Mr. Arquette, sir. If you're looking for Miss Lanster and Miss Fenley, you'll find them at the swimming pool. You may wish to have word with them as you relax together.
very well.
If you're looking for the pool, you'll find it past the door at the far end of the right. We offer a wide variety of services there as well, so please, take all the time you like to enjoy it. Be aware, however, some of our guests of a higher stature are there as well, so I must ask you all to exercise discretion. Welcome, please make yourself at home and enjoy the services we offer during the day and throughout the night. In case you're not aware, this hotel was made possible by several investors, particularly El Saim and the Bank of Edith. Such investors expect only the absolute best in service, which we're proud to provide around the clock. Time is no object. We may be famous for our nighttime swimming, but our offerings tend to extend well beyond that. We hope you make the most of them. The main story will advance upon entering the swimming pool. Wow, so this is what a nighttime swimming pool looks like. It's so calm and relaxed. The view of the oasis is nice too. I don't know about calm, but all these folks drinking, I bet it can get pretty rowdy. Now you've seen this place. Rowdy guests get shown the door. Now, where are the girls?
Well, we meet again.
Damodi?
Beautiful night we're having, isn't it? Are you darlings done with work for the night?
More or less, yeah. I didn't realize you'd be working here, Bamodi. Yeah, they called me in as an extra pair of hands to pitch in before the tournament. And I don't think we've met before, you are? We said Twining. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mr. Bombardi. Hold on, are you one contracted to work with Van? What are you... It's a long story, more to the point. Are our actresses anywhere around here? Ah, you must mean those two. They're right over there. Phew, now we're talking. Two A-listers walking around in swimsuits. You'll love to see it.
Ah, there you are. Sorry we're a little underdressed right now.
I got half a mind to tell you to off for lounging around in bikinis when we've been out there busting our butts. But coming back to a site like this makes it all worth it. I'll let it slide.
We're not wearing these for you, you know. Yeesh. We've been working pretty hard ourselves. A certain president was parading us around left and right all day. We're bushed.
Right, that bit earlier. Sorry, should have realized that. I can certainly imagine how that would get pretty draining, doing all that meeting and greeting. Sounds like you earned your keep today.
Right back at you, girl. Hold on! Did you get another girl? It's only been a few hours.
You're Judith Lanster and Nina Fenley, if I'm not mistaken, yes? It's an honor to meet you both. My name is Rosette Twining. I'm assisting everyone temporarily.
Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you too, Rosette.
I really can't imagine what all you've gotten up to, but alright, let's hear what happened today.
Sure thing, here's the gist of it.
You ran into someone dangerous in the waterway and found another threatening note?
Judith, maybe keep it down?
Oh, that's wonderful, Nina. Sounds like it's gonna be pretty exciting. I can't wait.
Anyway, you guys have been through a lot today, it sounds like. The situation's getting pretty complicated at this point. And it sounds like it could be connected to the Messeldam Film Festival's cancellation. Yes, although that isn't confirmed at this stage. Hard to see how all of these things tie together, but one thing's for certain, something is clearly going on. What got me real concerned is that mysterious girl who showed up in the waterway. Can't be sure yet if she's the one sending all those notes, but we definitely can't ignore her, even putting my own circumstances aside. Yeah, especially if Ace involved in this. So basically, long story short, you still haven't figured out anything. Is that it? So much for the spring and living up to the hype, huh? You got us there. It's not what we are hoping for either. Would be nice, Judith. They still did better than we could have expected for their first day here. If we hadn't hired them, we'd have gone into the film festival completely unprepared. I get that. I'm not saying they did absolutely nothing. I'm just trying to make clear that we need to get this figured out sooner rather than later. I mean, this Joker sending notes to locals who are just scouted out. It pisses me off. Getting a little worked up over this, aren't you? Not that it's a grey mind. Definitely. We can't let them win. You know, there's something I can't help but wonder. What is the culprit trying to accomplish? What do you mean? What's there to wonder? No, she's right. I don't see what this person's trying to get at myself. If all they want to do was cancel the film festival, it would be quicker to just threaten a terror attack again and be done with it. But instead they're sending these notes to individual actresses and even dancers. That's a pretty roundabout way of doing it. That's a good point. I see what you mean. The means and the ends don't appear to add up, so to speak. Even if it doesn't change the fact that the festival is still being interfered with. Yeah, I got a feeling that little contradiction is the key to all this.
Sounds like you all are having a rather intriguing conversation.
Hey buddy, what the hell's... Your Highness? I didn't realize you were here too. I'm sorry we hadn't exactly dragged us to a meeting with a prince.
No, please. You've nothing to worry about. You two are like a pair of flowers blooming in the desert. You're the film industry's greatest treasures. Zemurious treasures. Please, bless us with your beauty as you wish. Quench the thirsts of we cast down mortal men with your presence.
You certainly have a way with words, that's for sure. Color me intrigued. Could he be...
Your Highness, please, remain respectful.
I'll tone it down, Najee, fear not. But where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Sharid Oswal, son of Grand Prince Salman of Elsheim.
Sharid Oswal, son of Grand Prince Salman of Elsheim.
This is my dear and trusted secretary, Najee. Judith and Nina have informed me about you all. It appears you're handling their private business for them. If so, I'd like to consult with you all about a certain something as well, if it would not be an imposition.
Alright, we're listening. First off, let me iterate that it's a real pleasure to make your acquaintance, Prince Sharid. I wouldn't ever expect a guy as big and important as you to give some guy doing odd jobs in Tharbad like me the time of day. You're too humble, Mr. Arkwright. I understand you're exceedingly capable, so I wanted to make sure to talk to you. As a matter of fact, I've heard things about all of you, including your temporary help. You honor me, Your Highness. Still, can't say a swimming pool is where I expected to bump into the heir of a throne. Life's just full of surprises. I knew you were one of the sponsors for the film festival. But I can't believe someone of your stature would actually receive one of those threatening notes. Well, it's true, unfortunately. The contents are the same as the one we got. The prince got the letter 5 days ago. He's been staying at the Grand Suite. That's just about the same time as ours came in. I guess that means they were sent to both Edith and Tharbad at the same time then, huh? I initiated an investigation immediately, of course, but we still haven't determined how the note got to the prince. At the very least, it appears to have been expertly camouflaged. Sounds just like what happened with Sarah when she got her note. You're referring to the dance I recommended to Gotti, yes? I heard she'd received one as well. Given she was only scouted this afternoon, however, this is exceedingly swift. The timing is too perfect. I believe at this stage we can safely rule out this being some mere prank. Do you agree? Yeah, I'm right there with you. In fact, I think it's crossed the line as soon as you were sent your note, Your Highness. Yeah, whoever we're dealing with, this guy's either got guts or is a complete dumbass. Maybe even a little bit of both. That being said, for a guy who received a threat, you seem pretty relaxed about it, Your Highness. You must feel pretty confident in your lady friend there to approach the likes of us too. You're not incorrect, my friend. Truth be told, she is also my bodyguard and one of the Principality's greatest sword fighters. Quite possibly its very best. In fact, I would go so far as to reckon she outclasses even the likes of Mr. Arkwright and your concierge. No kidding? To be honest, I suspected as much since first laying eyes on her. You got me there, hard to stack up against a bodyguard serving such a hotshot. Oh, just to be clear, Van's fine. No need to be stiff with me. Van it is then. You're 24, yes? That makes me 3 years older than you. Everything Mr. Gotti has told me about you adds up. You clearly have a lot of promise. After all, not just anyone can discern the deep, nuanced themes behind Golden Blood. I suppose I'm right in thinking you have seen the limited run R17 director's cut? Of course, no real fan could miss it. Wish I could catch it again while I'm here too. But with my underage assistants taking along, I can't. No shame. It makes for a real good watch. I knew you were a man of taste, I couldn't agree more. My younger assistant once happened to see it as well, and I tell you, she was giving me the dirtiest looks for the longest time after that. Sounds like it must have been a trying time in the Aswal household. Wow, these two are like peas in a pod. You don't have to get so excited, Van, please. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised that a man of His Highness' statures would even know Mr. Arkwright's age. I like him. He's a guy who's clearly true to himself. Don't see high and mighty witch boys as unreserved as him every day. It must be so tiring working with a guy like him all the time, isn't it? No, I'm used to it at this point. Hey, is that Judith Lanster and Nina Fenley? Ah, we're stars out and about in their swimsuit. Only the Alumera, I tell you. Hey, could you girls give us autographs or better yet, why not come and have some fun with us, huh? Wait. We meet again. This is where you guys are staying, of all the places. This place must take anyone who can pay if they let trash like this stay. Give me a break. You're those pricks from this afternoon. What the hell are you doing here? Oh, more guests. Are these friends of yours? Not quite. We had a little business with them earlier today. Sorry, Linus. I'll make everyone pipe down. Like hell you will. Your luck's run out, buddy. You're in big trouble. You guys take on the dudes. We'll... Huh? Ah! Holy. She moved so fast.
Oh my! Have more young men come to play? I've gotta hand it to you all. It takes guts picking a fight with the Prince of Elsheim. Shouldn't you boys be enjoying this beautiful night elsewhere? Although, if you insist on staying, I'll be more than happy to show you all a good time.
Oh, Mr. Egg will be leaving now. No wonder you're His Highness's right hand. That's some quick swordplay you've got, them.
It was nothing. I could have handled one such as them in my sleep.
As I said, one of the Principality's best.
No doubt. Wow, there's someone even better than Elaine and Sylphid? Guess I have a lot to learn.
Well, with that excitement out of the way, I suppose now's as good a time as any to wrap up. I know it is not much, but I'm prepared to offer the same sum as these ladies in exchange for your services. But please, don't let my case trump theirs. Whenever you figure things out, just be sure to pass the information on to me. It was a pleasure to meet you all. I expect great things from your impromptu helper as well.
With the excitement having died down, the party said their goodbyes, bringing their first day in Tharbad to a close. The group made a beeline straight back to the inn. After a full day in addition to such a long drive, everyone's exhaustion was quickly catching up to them. An early night's rest was in order so as to get ready to resume their investigation the next day. Or so it seemed.
What are you talking about? The night's still young. The girls might be passing out soon, but who's to say we can't stay up and have a little after-dark fun, huh?
You do remember Van is on, like, what was it, an hour's sleep or something?
Kid, I envy your energy. Haven't given up on that nightclub near the casino, huh? I'm tempted to just let you loose and tell you to go have fun on your own. But I do that, and I have a feeling you'll burn half the town down. I'll tag along, as your chaperone.
Hell yeah, that's the spirit. And come on, don't act like you weren't totally down to clown.
Oh, shut it. You gotta act respectable when you get to be my age.
When do you think you two will be back?
Where the hell did you come from?
We'll make sure we're back before midnight. If you could keep the girls distracted for me while we're gone, I'd appreciate it.
As you wish, Mr. Arkwright. Enjoy your night, you two.
Okay, seriously, what's the deal with that mate of yours, huh? That prince seemed extra keen on her for some reason too. So it wasn't just me who noticed, huh? But given her employment background, maybe it's not so weird that word about her gets around. For real? You're sure trusting of this woman you have a shady ass contract with, you know? Today was your first time actually meeting her, wasn't it? Yeah, but we've been in touch back and forth for about 3 years now. It's not like I don't know her at all. But never mind that. Let's have a little peek and then head straight back. We don't want the girls worrying about us. You sound like an old dad fretting over his daughter. I'm not that old, damn it. Oh yeah, better make sure I go prepared. Now what are you doing? Let's hurry up and go in already. Being followed?
Oh, yeah! This music's my jam!